Welcome back to The Pulse. If you just joined us, we are live from our studios in Kokomlemle. You can also join via all our social media handles. It's on Joy News on TV. You can tweet at us with the hashtag The Pulse. Now, news just coming in, a warning from the police. It says a huge explosion occurred this afternoon, Thursday, January 20, at Apiete between Bogoso and Bodie in the Western region. The police and other emergency service providers have activated a full emergency recovery exercise. We urge all to remain calm as we manage this unfortunate situation. Full details will be communicated in due course. And this is on the Ghana Police Service page, Facebook page. So that's the notice that the police is sharing with the public. This actually happened in the Western region, and it says that a huge explosion has occurred this afternoon, and it says it's between Bogoso and Bodie in the Western region. The police and other emergency service providers have activated a full emergency recovery exercise. We urge all to remain calm as we manage this unfortunate situation, and the police says full details will be communicated in due course. Definitely is something we would also be communicating to you as and when we get the updates. But just so you know, if you just joined us, that's the public notice coming from the Ghana Police Service. It says that an explosion happened this afternoon, and it says that it's between Bogoso and Bodie in the Western region, and the police and the other emergency service providers have activated a full emergency recovery exercise. And we urge all to remain calm as we manage this unfortunate situation. The police says full details will be communicated in due course. And just as we do it on Joy News, we'll still monitor and get updates for you. As and when we get it, we can share with you. All right, we can speak with Samuel Kojo-Briu, who is a reporter at Bogoso. He can share with us a lot more with what has happened. Kojo, thank you so much for joining us. Bring us up to speed what actually happened in Bogoso this afternoon.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to the viewers of Joy News. We gathered that there's this driver who was, the reports of what really the source of the explosion, there are two accounts, which we are still tracing to get to the bottom of the matter to really understand what really happened. One side of the report says that there was this driver who was transporting dynamite explosives for a mining company, and he was traveling from Kumasi towards Takwa. When he got to this community called Apiete, he had a tie burst. So he started warning people that what he's carrying are explosives, and because of the tie burst, there was this fire, and he believed that it would escalate. So according to our sources there, some people were able to run away, but then when the fire caught up with the explosives, it then exploded. And if you know how explosives work, even when they are being used on rocks, they are able to disintegrate the rocks to very fine particles. So imagine if this is working in a community. So what we hear is that the Apiate itself is not a very big community. So these dynamite have been able to raise down every structure in the community. And as we speak, according to our sources, there are people who are still lying underneath these, broken down structures, which of course people have started to see what they can recover. Another side of the story also said it was a tanker car which was conveying gas to a station, and then it crossed with a motor and it fell. And because it's gas, it exploded and caused this devastation we're seeing. But the reality is that whatever might have caused this explosion, the effect is dire. And people tell us they fear a lot more people are dead as we speak.
How are the people, residents in this area and surrounding communities responding to this?
Come again with that question.
How are the residents here responding to this?
Well, it brought a lot of sadness. People have started calling their relatives to check on them to know how they are doing. I've just had a call with one guy who is living in a nearby community. He is even afraid that he's not getting through to his mother. Because of the magnitude of the devastation, people fear that, their relatives might be involved. And so anytime when you hear this has happened, you try to give a call or place a call to the home to find out, are your relatives fine? So people are sad. People are anxious to find out how their relatives are doing. And this community is a community between Bogoso and Bordia. It is in the Prestia Valley municipality. And you know that that enclave is an enclave where mining is quite on a high. And so anybody who gets to hear the story is quite jittery about what the impact will be, especially when he's believing the story of the gas, and you know how gas behaves. It travels. And therefore, people are not easy now. There's a bit of uneasiness in the communities around because people don't know the extent to which the gas can travel. So we are still monitoring to find out how the whole situation will be. And it's quite a pathetic situation as we speak.
So what has been the response of the emergency services to this incident?
Well, as the police has already put out there, as soon as they heard it, you know how the fire service works, they'll move in. But as to how fast they will be the issue. But we hear that the emergency team are already on the ground to see what they can do, what they can, who and who they can even help save from the situation, if there's anybody at all who has not, given up their soul as we speak. So it's still something that the emergency services have activated a full-blown operation to see what they can do to really salvage the situation. The emergency services really are doing their best, but let's see what their best work will bring up.
So what's the situation right now as we speak? Has the fire been quenched?
Well, from what we hear, yes, a large portion of it has been, because from videos that we've been sent, you see a lot of people combing the place. So you could have a feel that even if not everything has been, a majority part of the fire has been quenched. So that's the report we're gathering from the ground.
Tell us about this community in question.
Well, like I said earlier, it's a community between Bordia and Bogoso in the Valley municipality of the Western region. That whole area is a huge mining enclave. So for smaller communities, you'd see that there's this small-scale mining here and there. But this particular community is a very, very small one. It's a small community, and so it's a tight-knit community where all of us would know each other. It's predominantly a farming community, but also into mining as well because of where they find themselves. Every land in that part of Western region, you are likely to find gold in there. So it's a mixture of farming and gold business, but it's a very, very small community.
Wow. So for now, we do not know how many people are trapped in there?
We cannot tell. People are still counting their losses. People are still looking for their relatives. So we'll really get a full picture of this probably by close of day, depending on the work our emergency services can put in. But I am hopeful that by close of day, we will be able to tell how many people we've lost, how many are injured, and the magnitude of the injuries as well.
Samuel Kojo Bruce, we're happy that you're able to bring us this update. He's a journalist with Sky FM. But of course, this is the notice coming from the police. A huge explosion which has occurred this afternoon. And you heard Samuel Kojo explaining to us what exactly happened. The police says it was between Apiete and between Bogoso and Baodie in the Western region. The police and other emergency service providers have activated a full emergency recovery exercise, and we urge all to remain calm as we manage this unfortunate situation. Full details will be communicated in due course, and that's the warning coming from the police. It says a huge explosion occurred this afternoon, and it's between Bogoso and Baudia in the Western region. The police and other emergency service providers have activated a full emergency recovery exercise, as you heard our reporter indicate. The police says that it's urging all to remain calm as we manage this unfortunate situation, and the police says full details will be communicated in due course. Let's go back to Kojo Bruce, who is our reporter on the ground. Tell us more. We are hearing that the fire has been quenched. Is that so?
Yeah, as we speak, I'm still connecting with my sources on the ground. I've just been briefed that the fire has still not been completely, like I told you earlier, has not been completely been put out yet. So the fire service is still battling it. The thing is that I am told now that it's a very, very sad situation, and we all need to pray for them. I've been told that many of the affected have been transferred to the Bogoso Government Hospital, to Ekropon and other places for care, because Bogoso Government Hospital alone cannot contain the sort of damage this has caused. So really, I'm still told that they are trying to bring some people who are still caught trapped under the debris. So it's quite a very, very sad situation. We're still monitoring, and whatever happens, we'll let the viewers of Joy News really get up to speed with what exactly is happening on the ground.
But we do not know how many people are dead, how many people are still trapped, but at least do we know how many people have been injured and taken to the Bogoso hospital, as you say?
Well, we have not been able to put a number to it, but we are told a number of them. My source on the ground is still putting facts and figures together, and I'm sure as the bulletin progresses, we may have more updates to brief the viewers of Joy News with it. But I must add that the police, some military officers and fire services are currently on the ground working together to ensure that the situation is brought under control.
Kojo, thanks so much for the update from Thakrade, and definitely from Joy News, you know how we do it. As and when we get the updates, we'll be sharing with our viewers. But it's a sad situation, according to our reporter in the Western region. That explosion between Bogoso and Baudia, where the police is saying that a lot of people have been trapped in there. According to our reporter, some of them have been sent to the Bogoso hospital, and we do not know how many of them are injured, but we also do not know how many people may have died in this explosion. We do not know how many people are still trapped in there, but the police has assured that its personnel and other emergency service personnel are at work, and they'll be bringing us more and telling us as and when they get information on the questions we are asking. Kojo indicated that this is a community. I mean, if you look at the activities that go on in this community, it's definitely going to get a lot more involved. And he says a lot of people are beginning to call their relatives. And somebody said he's been trying to reach his mother and he's not reaching the mother. So, oh goodness, I must warn viewers that the pictures may be disturbing. So we're already seeing dead bodies there, including children, bodies of children, if I'm right with what I saw just now. So it looks like this is a very sad situation in the Western region. Just like the police has said, the police says the public must remain calm because it is doing its best to see how it can get the people trapped outside alive. Some have been sent to the Bogoso hospital. We're hearing that the fire has still not been quenched, especially because of the activities that goes on around this community, just as Kojo indicated in his report. So this is something that we are following with keen interest. The police will be updating us. Our reporters are on the ground. As and when we get it, we will share with our viewers. We're still live on the pulse. We'll take a break and we'll bring you, we'll continue with our earlier conversation on scientific innovation. Stay with me.